through training camp, and the crush of the regular season brings your focus and your hopes to this critical showdown. There is great reward for success and disappointment and pain and defeat. The Patriots and the Jaguars looking to be part of the upcoming playoffs on CBS, brought to you in high definition by Sony.
Start the new year off on NASN with all your top North American sports action. The NFL reaches its postseason, and we bring you full coverage of the wild card weekend and the divisional and conference championships. The NHL shows what its best have to offer with the NHL Young Stars Game, the Super Skills Competition, and the 2007 All-Star Game. And we've got lots more top college basketball featuring Texas, Indiana, and Connecticut. Plus, we've got a live viewer's choice. Just some of your highlights this January on NASN.
The flyover here at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars have won the toss and they've elected to receive. A critical game for the Jaguars and for the New England Patriots too, who have yet to clinch the AFC East. They haven't even clinched a postseason berth.
No, they haven't. You'd think with their record at 10-4 but that's how competitive things are in the AFC, and Bill Belichick has sold his team let's not try to backdoor this. Let's not count on anybody else. Let's do it ourselves.
And right on cue for the kickoff, it has begun to rain. A yard deep in the end zone is Derek Wimbush. Across the 20 to about the 23 or the 24-yard line. That's David Garrard trying to rebound from a game at Tennessee last week, a game the Jaguars won everywhere but on the scoreboard. He has a huge offensive line. Brad Meester, the 7th-year veteran out of Northern Iowa, is the anchor at center. And with Fred Taylor sidelined by the hamstring, the brunt of the ground game falls to the outstanding rookie running back Maurice Jones-Drew. It is Drew in the backfield along with Wimbush. And the little guy gets his first carry of the day across the 25 to about the 27. The Patriots, 3-4 defense. Ty Warren having an outstanding season. 6.5 sacks leads the team. A mystery why he didn't get a Pro Bowl nod. A whole defense made up of terrific tacklers. Linebacker Terry Bruschi leads the way with 111. And back in the secondary is strong safety Rodney Harrison. There's number 37.
Huge that he's back after missing the previous 6 games. Huge for the Pats.
Garrard gives to Jones-Drew again, and he's across the 30 and fighting his way to about the 32-yard line. That'll leave him a couple of yards short of a first down. Richard Seymour and Rodney Harrison coming up to make the stop. And there's the heads man of the Patriots, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, the gray windbreaker is not water repellent, so Bill, keeping a fashion-conscious eye to the sky, goes for weather protection, and 43-year-old Jack Del Rio, the coach on the other side. Again, grim circumstances for these two teams today. They are locked up today, both of them desperately needing it.
3rd and 2, Garrard out of the shotgun. Standard pass rush, throw out into the flat. Jones-Drew shakes a tackle and is across the 40 for a first down.
Well, if you're going to come up and make a tackle, you got to wrap up. You're not going to put a shoulder and knock this guy to the ground. And Asante Samuel comes up and only puts the shoulder. And Jones-Drew, this tough rookie, he's not going down with a hit like that.
Incredible numbers for the youngster out of UCLA. LeBrandon Tofield in the backfield now for the Jaguars. And we have movement up front.
False start, number 36, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That penalty is on Derek Wimbush, and you saw there our referee for the day, Walt Anderson.
And that was a blitz-induced false start. New England had everybody up on the line of scrimmage. Mike Vrabel, Brewski, Rodney Harrison had come all the way up, and in changing things around, the Jags got a little antsy and jumped.
Good look at Mike Wright, number 99, in the middle of that defense in place of Vince Wilfork, who is out today with an ankle injury. This is LeBrandon Tofield, and he's barely back to the 40-yard line. Looks like it'll be about 2nd and 12.
Well, Greg, you know that running yards are going to be hard to come by today. These are two of the best run defenses in the NFL. The Patriots are ranked number 4. The Jaguars ranked number 3. They both give up less than 90 yards a game on the regular season, and the Patriots very good at defending the run on the road as well. So it's every yard's going to be contested today.
This is Maurice Jones-Drew, and there's some tough yardage there to about the 43.
Well, I talked about the strength versus the strength, and we have the great ground game of the Jaguars. You can see that very impressive record at home, 6-1. The Pats 5-1 on the road. That's what championship teams do. They win on the road. Only 9 points a game given up by the Jags at home, and then you look how well the Patriots play on the road. And I'm telling you, that's how you win championships. You start with defending at home, but when you can play as well as New England does on the road, that's when you're in the NFL's elite.
Big 3rd and 9 for Garrard here. Blitzed, throwing to the near side. That's complete, and to midfield, it's going to be short of a first down. Matt Jones is the receiver.
Boy, and Rodney Harrison comes off the near side, and he levels David Garrard. There he is, 37, unblocked. He's hot. Garrard knows it. He waits until the last minute, and looked how smart Harrison was. Hit him with the shoulder and not the helmet.
Head up.
Yep. But he did hit him.
Yes, he did. Troy Brown back at his own 10 to receive the kick coming from Chris Hansen. End over end, far side of the field, bounces inside the 20, inside the 15, and out of bounds. Not a bad kick by Chris Hansen. 36 good yards, and Brady and company are on the field next.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular season games and exclusive coverage of the World Series. NASN also brings you an exclusive lineup of college sports with live college football and basketball. And with a daily lineup of sports news, talk shows, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the very best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
Back at Alltel Stadium, and there's the Patriot quarterback Tom Brady, the Rock on offense. 22 touchdowns, 12 picks.
Goes shotgun, first play of the game.
Going to the far sideline, and that is complete to Kelvin Kite, the first-year receiver out of Florida. Up front for the Patriots, center Dan Copen leads the charge against the Jaguars' defensive tackle tandem of Henderson and Stroud. And with the rookie running back Lawrence Maroney battling injury, the Pats will rely mostly on the veteran Corey Dillon, the NFL's 15th all-time leading rusher. 9-yard pickup on that pass play, 2nd and 1. Again from the shotgun. Again to the far side, and this pass is too high for Troy Brown. The Jacksonville 4-3 defense is tough, and that describes big Moreeeee Stroud at defensive tackle to a T. At linebacker, Daryl Smith has stepped in for injured Mike Peterson. He's been extraordinary, chalking up 148 tackles. And in the secondary, cornerback Rashean Mathis on his way to the Pro Bowl, 7 interceptions, a Jaguars single-season record. Kevin Falk now in the backfield for Brady on 3rd and 1, and sneaks it for the first down and then some. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
That's what smart football teams do when they run the quarterback sneak. Take it on a quick count. The defense hasn't even dug in yet. Look at Jacksonville. Those guys aren't even down in their stance. Marcus Stroud, so high in his stance, he's going to get blown 4 yards back off the ball. That's good, smart play by the offensive football team.
So first down for New England out to their own 27-yard line. Brady just throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, Daniel Graham. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the crowd wants an intentional grounding call, but the reality was there was a receiver right there. That's intentional grounding if there was no receiver, but he as Greg said, he threw it right at the feet of his intended receiver, Graham. So smart play by Brady.
Bill Belichick has 6 wide receivers up and active today.
Well, take one look at this formation. This will tell you why he needs them all.
Throwing again to the far side, and again the completion, and Troy Brown out of bounds for a first down. It's 3 passes to the left side of the field so far.
Well, it's a situation here where New England is so comfortable working out of the shotgun, and they get a matchup. They get a rookie linebacker in Clint Ingram locked up on a wide receiver. You're going to take advantage of that matchup every time. But Tom Brady, keep in mind, there were times when Charlie Weiss was the offensive coordinator. They opened up games with 15, 16 passes in a row.
The give to Corey Dillon, his first carry of the day, turns the corner on the outside and is out of bounds, close to the first down marker, maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards shy.
Well, good job here by Dillon of bouncing it to the outside. When you first look at it, it looks like Jacksonville has the contain, but the defensive end of that side doesn't play it well, gets pinned to the inside. Dillon takes advantage.
So Dillon to the sideline, and the rookie Lawrence Moreeeee onto the field. First-round draft pick out of Minnesota.
Who's missed the last 2 games. Bad ribs.
Moreeeee gets the handoff, and he breaks a tackle and moves forward to about the 47 to 48-yard line. Bobby McCray had a chance to tackle him for a loss and couldn't do it.
Well, Lawrence Moreeeee has brought so much spark to this offense. Corey Dillon, not a kid anymore in his 10th year, and he has really benefited from a lot of the carries that have gone to Moreeeee as far as being rested.
On 3rd and 1, and Brady again straight ahead for the first down to the 48.
You'd think the Jacksonville front 4 would start to guess that there's a theme here. 3rd and short, I'd get up and I would get down low and I would dig in a hurry.
It's been pass to the left, run to the left, and a quarterback sneak.
But again, look at the first down formation back in the shotgun.
Still plenty of time on the play clock. Quick pass, left side, complete, incomplete. Richey Caldwell, the intended receiver. Our first update of the day, JB in New York.
All right, Greg, let's take a look at the Giants effective on the first series. Eli Manning play action up top, hooking up with Plaxico Burress, 55-yard strike, 10th touchdown reception of the season for Burress. 7-0 Giants. Back to Dan Dierdorf and the double-dipping basketball football, Greg Gumbel.
Thank you, JB. New York Giants badly in need of a win, as you can see there. Losers of 5 of their last 6. Brady to Moreeeee. Moreeeee across midfield, out of bounds, just short. Or at the 45-yard line. Once again, back to New York, James Brown.
All right, Greg, Ron Dane putting together his third straight game with a rushing touchdown here, scoring for Houston. That puts Houston up. Houston has never beaten the Colts. They're 0-9 on top. 7-0, Greg and Dan.
All right, JB, and you thought double dipping only referred to ice cream. 3rd and 4. Kevin Falk in motion to the top of your screen. On the move this time. He motions his receiver back to him, and the pass is ruled complete at the 23-yard line to Jabbar Gaffney.
What a throw. Now what? The Patriots are going to try to snap this before Jacksonville can try to challenge.
Too late. The flag is already out.
Jack Del Rio taking no chances. Let's look at it right there. I don't think the ball was put away. The question is going to be possession and feet.
The feet are in. The question is, did he have control?
Well, I'm not so sure the right foot was in.
Play football. In 2006, Carson Palmer returns to the Bengals huddle after sustaining a severe knee injury in the 2005 playoffs. Palmer led Cincinnati to its first division title in 15 years by hitting star receivers Chad Johnson and T.J. Houshmandzadeh. With their leader in place, Bengals fans can anticipate an explosive season on offense.
Back at Alltel Stadium, in the interest of Christmas spirit, Dan, I'm going to concede you may have a point.
Yeah, by the time Gaffney has possession, his right foot there is off the ground. The first time it comes back down, it's well out of bounds. Walt Anderson needs some conclusive evidence. I think he's got it. This is, I think, pretty clear cut. That's not a catch. And Jack Del Rio, keep in mind, was probably about 12 yards away on the same sideline, and he might have set the record for how quickly he challenged him.
Tom Brady was in hurry-up mode to get a snap off, and Del Rio wasn't going to let it happen.
No, Brady was still 5 yards from the line of scrimmage before Big Jack was out on the field.
It's a little bit of a light sprinkle. It's an overcast day here in Jacksonville. Walt Anderson's made his decision. Here we go.
After reviewing the play, when the receiver finally gains possession of the ball, the right foot is off the ground. It is an incomplete pass. Jacksonville is not charged with a timeout. It is 4th and 4 on the 45-yard line.
Well, I think Walt Anderson's description was exactly right. See, there is final possession, and really not even close.
And here is Todd Sauerbrunn, the new punter signed just this week by the New England Patriots. Started the season with the Denver Broncos, suspended 4 weeks for violating the league's substance abuse policy. When he came off that suspension, waived by the Broncos, signed this week to replace the regular punter Ken Walter. Alvin Pearman is deep inside of his own 5. Sauerbrunn pops it high and short, and the fair catch is called for and made at the 22-23-yard line. I don't know what was more exciting, the punt or the catch. CBS Sportsline has the very latest NFL playoff scenarios and in-depth analysis on all the races, plus a special playoff insider blog. It's all online right now at cbssportsline.com. Fred Taylor, not active today, hoping to recover from the hamstring and return to the lineup next week. Meanwhile, Moreeeee Jones-Drew, the lone back behind David Garrard, on first down. Garrard to Jones-Drew, up the sideline. Roosevelt Colvin forced him out. He has been quite the spark plug for this Jacksonville team, hasn't he?
Oh, remember talking to him back in August. He was so upset. He's officially listed at 5'7". He was really offended at the combine. The NFL scouts wanted to measure him at 5'6", and he was having none of it. I guess the difference between 5'6" and 5'7" is really more than just an inch. For him, it was big.
Garrard to throw. Running out of time and throws from the sideline incomplete. Batted down by Asante Samuel, intended for Reggie Williams. It'll be 3rd and 5.
There are a lot of the candidates for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Pretty impressive company. Colston got off to that fabulous start in New Orleans. Vince Young, I think everyone's pretty much aware of what he's done after he got the starting job in Tennessee. But 13 touchdowns for Moreeeee Jones-Drew. That is extremely impressive.
He's in the backfield on 3rd and 5. The give to Jones-Drew. And pushing and close to a first down at the 34.
Now, that contact and that finish is not what you expect from a guy 5'7". That was Teddy Bruschi he met right there in the hole. And that is why Moreeeee Jones-Drew has turned a lot of heads in the NFL.
Told us the other day he came into camp dead last on the depth chart. A lot of things helped him, including the injury to fullback Greg Jones, but he's proven himself. Doesn't get much here as he crosses the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
What did he say? He said that other guys like to run around people. I like to pick out a shoulder pad and finish. And that was an excellent illustration of how to finish a run. And look, that is not a tall guy there, folks.
We asked him if he knows Reggie Bush. He says, yeah, we know each other. I have his number, but I don't want to bother him.
Well, of course, both of them played collegiately in Los Angeles. Bush at USC, Jones-Drew at UCLA.
This is Jones-Drew again, and this time hit at the 35 by big Mike Wright. All 6'4", 295 pounds of him. To JB in New York.
Speaking of big, Greg, Ron Dayne is, after Joseph Adai fumbled, Dayne rushes for his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. 9 carries, 43 yards, 2 touches. 14-0 Houston over the coach, Ron Dayne. Boy, talk about a rebirth. 5 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. Greg and Dan.
Well, evidence of the last few weeks is that if you're going to be reborn as a running back, you're going to do it against the Indianapolis Colts.
Good point there. And everybody in Jacksonville, they don't want to hear anything else about Houston. They lost to the Texans twice this year.
Yeah, you're not telling them anything new. And whistle before the snap. And a timeout was called. Timeout was called before the snap by New England.
First charge timeout, New England.
3:17 to play in the first. Happy holidays. A look at the St. Johns River, courtesy of the MetLife Blimp. Snoopy 1 providing today's aerial coverage. Look for the MetLife Blimps as they team up with CBS for more coverage this season. Moreeeee Jones-Drew in the backfield. 3rd and 8 for Garrard. Garrard under pressure. This side complete to Jones-Drew, diving and coming up about a yard or two short of the first down. James Sanders, the safety, making the stop.
And a key stop it was, too. Because I think Jacksonville got the matchup they wanted. They got a one-on-one out there, and that time Sanders was the winner, making the open field tackle.
That's Kevin Falk. That 10.6 average, as you see, 6th best in the National Football League. High snap, Hansen handles it and gets it away. Not very well. And finally corralled by the Jaguars at about the 31 or 32 yard line. 27-yard punt. It is not a holiday season for the punters, at least not yet.
It's a glitch.
It's not a glitch.
It's got to be a glitch. You just keep hitting the same button.
Just learn how to play the game. Come on, man.
Jeez, just imagine if it wasn't a nothing game, how excited they get.
Corey Dillon in the backfield, first down, New England, their own 31-yard line. Brady with time, running out of time now, and bolts up the middle. Slides down at the 35-yard line, a pickup of about 4, maybe 4.5 yards. You know, we were talking about, as we saw Houston with a 2-touchdown lead over Indianapolis, and I asked Jack Del Rio the other day, you know, well, how can this team be so up and down? Talking about the Jaguars with 2 losses to Houston, and Jack Del Rio says that this league is a lot closer than a lot of people give it credit for. That old any given Sunday theory. This is Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon out across the 40 to about the 43 or 44 and a first down for the Patriots.
You know, he really makes a valid point, Greg, about, you know, the parody of it all, but this one right down here, I'm sorry, that leaves a mark. But look at look at this. Look at the quality of the teams that they have beaten. So it tells you that if by chance Jacksonville gets into the playoffs, I'm not sure you want to play them because they seem to bring their A game against an A opponent.
Brady spreads the field now on first down as we come up on 70 seconds to play in the first quarter. Pass near side. That's complete. Close to midfield. Troy Brown with the catch and out.